Hi everyone, it's me Lubna. Today is Saturday, September 14th, 2024. This video is dedicated to my beloved, and the topic of this video is going to be about acting in a certain way so as to facilitate the manifestation of one's dreams and to live a fruitful and meaningful and creative life. Now I know that is such a cliche topic, isn't it? I mean, everyone talks about manifestation nowadays. There are thousands upon thousands of videos about manifestation out there on YouTube. But today I wanted to talk about manifestation in a not so cliche way. I wanted to talk about it from the viewpoint of philosophy and psychology. So I wanted to bring up a chapter from this book, The Science of Success, which actually is just a collection of 3 books by the author Wallace D, Wattles, who was a New Age writer. And the 3 books within this book include The Science of Getting Rich, The Science of Being Well, and The Science of Being Great. And I wanted to share a chapter from The Science of Getting Rich, which I know it sounds very like self-help-ish, but it's actually very, very profound if you analyze it in a specific way. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and read this entire chapter called Acting in the Certain Way. And it might be kind of long, so feel free to fast forward if you want to, but I think the words in this chapter are very valuable. So here it goes. Acting in the certain way. Thought is the creative power, or the impelling force which causes the creative power to act. Thinking in a certain way will bring riches to you, but you must not rely upon thought alone, paying no attention to personal action. That is the rock upon which many otherwise scientific metaphysical thinkers meet shipwreck, the failure to connect thought with personal action. We have not yet reached the stage of development, even supposing such a stage to be possible, in which man can create directly from formless substance without nature's processes or the work of human hands. Man must not only think, but his personal action must supplement his thought. By thought you can cause the gold in the hearts of the mountains to be impelled toward you, but it will not mine itself, refine itself, coin itself into double eagles, and come rolling along the roads, seeking its way into your pocket. Under the impelling power of the Supreme Spirit, men's affairs will be so ordered that someone will be led to mine the gold for you. Other men's business transactions will be so directed that the gold will be brought toward you, and you must so arrange your own business affairs that you may be able to receive it when it comes to you. Your thought makes all things, animate and inanimate, work to bring you what you want. But your personal activity must be such that you can rightly receive what you want when it reaches you. You are not to take it as charity, nor to steal it. You must give every man more in use value than he gives you in cash value. The scientific use of thought consists in forming a clear and distinct mental image of what you want, in holding fast to the purpose to get what you want, and in realizing with grateful faith that you do get what you want. Do not try to project your thought in any mysterious or occult way, with the idea of having it go out and do things for you. That is wasted effort and will weaken your power to think with sanity. The action of thought in getting rich is fully explained in the preceding chapters. Your faith and purpose positively impress your vision upon formless substance, which has the same desire for more life that you have. And this vision, received from you, sets all the creative forces at work in and through their regular channels of action, but directed toward you. It is not your part to guide or supervise the creative process. All you have to do with that is to retain your vision, stick to your purpose, and maintain your faith and gratitude. But you must act in a certain way so that you can appropriate what is yours when it comes to you. so that you can meet the things you have in your picture and put them in their proper places as they arrive. You can really see the truth of this. When things reach you, they will be in the hands of other men who will ask an equivalent for them. And you can only get what is yours by giving the other man what is his. Your pocketbook is not going to be transformed into a Fortunata's purse, which shall always be full of money without effort on your part. This is the crucial point in the science of getting rich. Right here, where thought and personal action must be combined. There are very many people who, consciously or unconsciously, set the creative forces in action by the strength and persistence of their desires, but who remain poor because they do not provide for the reception of the thing they want when it comes. By thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. Whatever your action is to be, it is evident that you must act now. You cannot act in the past, and it is essential to the clearness of your mental vision that you dismiss the past from your mind. You cannot act in the future, for the future is not here yet, and you cannot tell how you will want to act in any future contingency until that contingency has arrived. Because you are not in the right business or the right environment now, do not think that you must postpone action until you get into the right business or environment. And do not spend time in the present taking thought as to the best course in possible future emergencies. Have faith in your ability to meet any emergency when it arrives. If you act in the present with your mind on the future, your present action will be with a divided mind and will not be effective. Put your whole mind into present action. Do not give your creative impulse to original substance and then sit down and wait for results. If you do, you will never get them. Act now. There is never any time but now, and there never will be any time but now. If you are ever to begin to make ready for the reception of what you want, you must begin now. And your action, whatever it is, must most likely be in your present business or employment, and must be upon the persons and things in your present environment. You cannot act where you are not. You cannot act where you have been, and you cannot act where you are going to be. You can only act where you are. Do not bother as to whether yesterday's work was well done or ill done. Do today's work well. Do not try to do tomorrow's work now. There will be plenty of time to do that when you get to it. Do not try by occult or mystical means to act on people or things that are out of your reach. Do not wait for a change of environment before you act. Get a change of environment by action. You can so act upon the environment in which you are now as to cause yourself to be transferred to a better environment. Hold with faith and purpose the vision of yourself in the better environment, but act upon your present environment with all your heart, with all your strength, and with all your mind. Do not spend any time in daydreaming or castle building. Hold to the one vision of what you want and act now. Do not cast about seeking some new thing to do or some strange, unusual, or remarkable action to perform as a first step toward getting rich. It is probable that your actions, at least for some time to come, will be those you have been performing for some time past, but you are to begin now to perform these actions in the certain way which will surely make you rich. If you are engaged in some business and feel that it is not the right one for you, do not wait until you get into the right business before you begin to act. Do not feel discouraged or sit down and lament because you are misplaced. No man was ever so misplaced but that he could not find the right place, and no man ever became so involved in the wrong business but that he could get into the right business. Hold the vision of yourself in the right business, with the purpose to get into it, and the faith that you will get into it, and are getting into it. But act in your present business. Use your present business as the means of getting a better one, and use your present environment as the means of getting into a better one. Your vision of the right business, if held with faith and purpose, will cause the Supreme to move the right business toward you, and your action, if performed in the certain way, will cause you to move toward the business. If you are an employee or wage earner and feel that you must change places in order to get what you want, do not project your thought into space and rely upon it to get you another job. It will probably fail to do so. Hold the vision of yourself in the job you want while you act with faith and purpose on the job you have, and you will certainly get the job you want. Your vision and faith will set the creative force in motion to bring it toward you, and your action will cause the forces in your own environment to move you toward the place you want. In closing this chapter, we will add another statement to our syllabus. There is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which, in its original state, permeates, penetrates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind. He must form a clear mental picture of the things he wants and hold this picture in his thoughts with the fixed purpose to get what he wants and the unwavering faith that he does get what he wants, closing his mind to all that may tend to shake his purpose, dim his vision, or quench his faith. That he may receive what he wants when it comes, man must act now upon the people and things in his present environment. So that is the entire chapter about acting in the certain way from The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And I've listened to that audiobook version of that book countless times, like over and over again for the last decade, and it's available on YouTube, and I've basically memorized it by now. But the gist of that particular chapter about acting in the certain way which leads you to riches, and that is not just monetary or material riches, but it's inner riches, spiritual riches, and a meaningful life and a rich, enriched life. What he's talking about, the gist of that chapter, is basically that you always have to act in a way that is too good for your present environment. Like, even if you have a menial job, like something as simple as cleaning floors, being a janitor at a school, you have to do that job as if you're doing it like you're the president of the United States or a doctor or a lawyer. In your mind, imagine whatever it is that you want to be if you want to rise up and out of your current situation. And always act as though you are that thing. Like right now, for example, for me, through my daily videos, I act like I'm a psychiatrist, the psychiatrist and author and psychoanalyst and speaker and influential person, not an influencer, but an influential person, an inspiring person that I want to be, that I want to become in the future. And I'm already that. I act as though I'm already that thing. And by acting as though I'm that thing, I become too big for my present environment and my present life. And ultimately, we outgrow whatever is holding us back and confining us, whether that's a job, a position, or any type of life situation. Maybe it's the people that are surrounding us. Ultimately, when we are too good for whatever it is that we're in, whatever situation it is that we're in, we attract to us whatever it is that we're reaching out toward. So, for example, by me acting as though I'm a psychologist, psychiatrist, a speaker, and whatever I try to convey myself as in these videos, I'm bringing that dream closer to me, and I'm acting in that certain way which will bring me closer to the enriched life that I imagine and envision for myself. So I know that this video is already pretty long, but I hope that you get the message based on the chapter that I just read. And think about what it is that you want to be in your life. What is that dream you have that you feel is impossible? Begin to act today in whatever condition you're in, whatever job whatever job you have right now. Act like you're already the thing that you want to become, and do your current job in as excellent of a manner as you can. And ultimately, you're going to outgrow your current situation and rise above it and get closer to the life and job and friends and environment or whatever it is that you want. And that is the idea of manifestation. And it is really a very psychologically valuable topic. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's very important for all of us to know that whatever our dream is, whatever we want to become, we can achieve it if we act in a certain way. So with that, I'm very thankful to you for watching my video today, and I'd like to wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are in the world.